Hi, I'm Mrs. Kasperski of Montana, California. I belong to the Kaiser Papers. That's the name of the site, the Kaiser Paper. I've been for quite a while. I have 2 videos, 12 chapters. This will be the 3rd video. I've never made videos before. I don't care to make videos, really. I'm not good at it. But my research I'm going to tell you about is good. Okay, things are going a little bit slow right now. I did get a hold of 47th District Assemblywoman Cheryl Brown. I did get a response from her. It wasn't too promising where I found it. She didn't get back with me where we could go over this. I don't think she's seen my 2 videos. Or I would figure she would call me right away when there's thousands and thousands and thousands of people's life at risk. But, well, I'll sit back for a while and wait and see what happens and write some more letters. Anyway, it's all about pacemakers. I do need support. If you have a site you can put my 2 videos on or anything to get it, in out of state, other states, there's no bylaws for these pacemakers. Doctors make the rules and regulations. If they don't want no specialists in the ER, okay, fine. There's just no rules and regulations have ever been made, only for manufacturers. So anyway, if you want to sue a doctor, there's nobody in the ER to take care of your pacemaker and your child or whatever dies. There's no laws to say they have to have one in there or not. But common sense says, like if you have a bad heart and you just had a heart attack and they're trying to, your heart stops, they got a cardiologist, heart doctor there to bring you back, back to life or keep that heart going. But we don't for a pacemaker. Can't do it for a pacemaker. A heart doctor cannot bring you back. He has to be specialized in pacemakers. So those children, older people, elderly, that they misdiagnosed, sent home and died. I wonder how many really. Over the years, how many have died? Could have lived longer, pretty nice health. And there's a lot of them, like me, who didn't need a pacemaker, but was talked into it. And I took the doctor's word. Okay. I found out years later I didn't need one. It was just I had overweight. I needed water pills to get the excess water off of me, which later on I ended up in the ER. And 2.5 days for 330-pound woman. I walked out in 2.5 days weighing 240 pounds. I still looked the same, but that's how much water they took off of me. I couldn't believe it. I mean, I still looked the same, but it's all the water they had drained up. That's how much I was carrying. And anyway, so I need different kind of medical help, not a pacemaker. Okay. And I already had a lot of problems as it was. So when the doctor says you need a pacemaker, get a second opinion. Go over x-rays and everything. Make sure this is the right thing, because when you go to the ER, remember, with Kaiser, there is nobody there that can save your life. Monday through Friday, except for holidays, the cardiologist department is open. And other than that, when they're closed, you're out of luck, because they don't call for a cardiologist pacemaker doctor. They call for a tech. That's exactly what they do. They call for a tech. And if you die while he's trying to get there or when he just got there, he says, this patient's bad and it's working right, but something wrong. And they want to get a cardiologist in there. They got to wake him out of bed. He might live in the next town. And he's got to fight traffic, whatever. I mean, give me a break. So we have a heart doctor there. They can save your life. Now we need a pacemaker doctor in there 20. I know they work very hard, and they don't want to spend all their time in an ER, a private practice or something. But hey, that's the choice they made. They wanted to be pacemaker doctors. This is what they wanted. This is what they specialize in. Plus the money's good. Plus they had to work awful hard for this position to get into. Very hard. And anyway, I'm working in ER. Well, sorry. They made this choice. And I think it should be mandatory that these doctors take turns being in the ER, just like a heart doctor has to be. He works hard too, also. And, his position just as important as theirs. And if they have to go to, school a little bit longer or whatever, they're just as important. And they took an oath. And that oath that they took was to take care of this patient as best as they could to save lives. Well, they're not really, they're saving lives and they're not saving lives in the ER. So of their patients. When Jan Harvey was in cardiology department, when she heard heard that the rumor if it was any patient in ER or anything, she come running in a minute on her own time, and she would check it out right away. Believe me, she kept track. She was good. When she retired, all hell broke loose. They said these were freebies we were getting. Anyway, if you see my video, you'll see what I was talking about. But I need you to really interested to get hold of your assemblywoman or assemblyman in your district and write a letter and tell them to look at the site, and you would like to get it in the house. Bring this into, they call it in the house, okay? Present it where it can pass, okay? So this is about it. I thank you very much. So if this is on another site also, go to the Kaiser paper. If you got a weak stomach, don't go to it. There's some really horrible stories. Mine is nothing compared to what you would read or see. Well, thank you very much. And these are people on the Kaiser paper, okay? Malpractice suits are on there that also had problems and things that happened. Is why they're there, most of them. They could just walk away and say, okay, I'm okay now, but they're trying to help other people with other problems. And this site is awesome. It's just awesome. And I am so lucky to find this site. I am so lucky to be on it. Very, very lucky. Now, I need to be more luckier to get more support. Okay, thank you very much. This is Mrs. Kasperski from Fontana. Sign off. Goodbye.